Welcome to the second session in our series on marketing communications, updating network pages on the state AOK webpage for fiscal year 23. This session was originally delivered to AOK Networks in the May teleconference, which took place May 11th, 2022. My name is Leah Powell, and I'm with Juniper Solutions Group, and I consult with the AOK Networks. So as a reminder, we want to walk through what is required for AOK communications in fiscal year 23. In the network capacity work plans, a new objective has been added as a requirement for next year's work plans to update the state website page. Each network has one page on the state AOK network's website. We, as a state team, want to be able to support each AOK network in completing this approach in the next year. Here is a sample approach that might be found in your network capacity work plan. By June 2024, the AOK network has published an updated web page for the state AOK website to advance public knowledge of the AOK network's role in improving local community systems and to advance the AOK network's public relations. So this is really important. Most of the current pages that are on the AOK website are 10 years old. That includes stories, wins, and none of those reflect any work that has been completed under the current 5-year plan. We even have some communities that are brand new to the AOK. We want to make sure that those communities are also represented in the AOK state webpage. It's also important because stakeholders are left out of your storytelling. They give contributions, but they're not recognized. If our stories aren't updated, we're not able to use the website to promote our AOK wins. And then nobody knows what you're doing, and you guys are doing great things. This is kind of a chicken and egg situation. People don't go to the site, nobody shares the site, web pages are not updated, rinse, repeat. It's time to break the cycle. Let's get current on our content for the state webpage. What does this look like? Here are some sample outputs. One-on-one communications consult completed. Let's aim for 2. So that's setting up time with Leah to have a consultation about the web page. Through that work, we will come up with a draft story for the web page, about 500 words. We'll come through and work on completing a final story for the web page, 1 data table, 2 visuals, 2 testimonial quotes. You might not use them all, but we want to get them collected. And last, a published website page with approved copy and visuals. For success, please schedule time with Leah Powell sooner than later. We want to get this work done in the first quarter of the fiscal year. So that is from July 1st to September 30th of 2022. You'll need to have a password, login, any other tech information for aoknetworks.org, and prioritize and focus. So we want to amplify the interactivity of your work with partners so that they can see themselves in the work. Focus on concise language, energetic quotes, and visuals to help show your story. What else does this look like? Well, in terms of a timeline, this is a Q1 activity. We are starting in July of 2022 with the goal to publish by September 1st. At the very latest, I understand people have very busy summers, the very latest you would publish it by September 30th. We really want to have these published at the beginning of the fall season, our work season, which is September 1st after Labor Day, right around Labor Day. In July, here's a rough timeline. You can be outlining, collecting visuals, making sure you have up-to-date data. By August, have a draft, send it to Leah, revise and finalize. And schedule those one-on-ones anytime between July and August. And then by September, we'll be ready to publish. Please be mindful of August deadlines. So we have holidays, vacation, travel. There's 9 or more coordinators. Please communicate early and often so that we can get you on the calendar and make sure that we can have quality time with each one of you. There's been a template that's provided that can be found in the AOK box. Make sure you use it. Do not start from scratch. Do not try to reinvent the wheel. We want to have a theme with consistency and an outline that's used throughout all the AOK networks, so make sure that we use that template. We're probably going to update the website every 2 years or even more often, so we really want to have ready, steady, clear, updated content to really help showcase the hard work that you're doing. And there's no need to wait. Get started as soon as you're ready. So this is an easy win. Here is an outline right here, 6 points, to help structure and add a sequence for your story. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually walk through each of these elements with sample copy for a imaginary collaboration that's located in the Edgebrook community to help show you how this works. And the purpose of this is to show you that you can use this presentation actually as your template. So the Word, or not the Word document, the PowerPoint presentation is actually located on the box as well. And what we want you to do is to download that file, give it a new name, and replace the copy that's provided in the template with stories about your own AOK. From there, you copy and paste each of those paragraphs from the different slides and then put them into a Word document. So this is a way to outline your web page. It's a way to get it all written in a clear, coherent sequence of a story. So let's get started. First, we have a mission and a network that is taking us there. So the headline at the top is the theme, the purpose of our first paragraph. So the intention of our first paragraph is to showcase that we have a mission and we have a network that is taking us to our mission. So the Edgebrook Community AOK Network is dedicated to building a thriving community for children and families. Our collaborative work engages our immigrant community to spotlight early care and education to ensure children birth to age 8 in Edgebrook receive the strongest possible start in life so they can grow up safe, healthy, happy, ready to succeed, and eager to learn. Together, we connect children, caregivers, and community members with important resources they need to thrive. So my first paragraph is setting up who we are, what's our mission, and what is it that we do? So together we connect. We connect children, caregivers, community members with resources they need to thrive. So that shows our information and referral, it showcases our network capacity, and it showcases our child and family outcome plans. All right, next, our next paragraph, our intention is to show our audience that we've identified a large problem and explain how we address it using a very cool framework that has a powerful process. The Edgebrook community is located on Chicago's northwest side. Our population is a mix of public employees, teachers, police, and firefighters, and low-income families priced out of gentrified Chicago neighborhoods. Our community is home to a predominantly Caucasian and Asian foreign-born population. Countries of origin are very diverse and include Poland, Greece, the former Balkans, Russia, Ukraine, Syria, Iraq, Korea, China, and Philippines. By analyzing community data and hosting conversations with parents of children in our target age group, we learned that not all families are receiving timely prenatal and postnatal care. Our data shows that many new mothers are experiencing depression at rates higher than the national average, and 78% of new mothers in the community state they have difficulty bonding with their new baby. So in my first and second paragraphs here on this slide, I'm giving a little bit of context, so I'm helping the reader to get a picture and understand a little bit of what my community looks like. From there, I'm showcasing using data points something that's been elevated and something that we learned, a large problem, our targeted problem. All right, if I'm having a web page, I want people to actually see what my community looks like. And so in this example, I'm providing a map. I can do it in this smaller version, which shows kind of an outline of the Edgebrook community area. If I wanted to be even more illustrative, what I could do is pull this out and show where Edgebrook fits in the larger Chicago and Northwest suburban community area. Another visualization would be to showcase what our immigration population looks like. So in that first paragraph, I tell you that the community is a mix of Caucasian and Asian foreign-born families. So sometimes known as white ethnics. So from the Balkans, from Russia, former Soviet Union, Iraq, Syria, and then what does that look like? And so in this example, I use data from Morton Grove just to give an illustration. So you can see a pie chart that helps to showcase for the viewer of the web page, what does it look like in this area? In our third section, the intention of our paragraphs is to showcase how we as an AOK network are going into the community and implementing a response, a type of a solution to reach our target populations. So in 2019, the Edgebrook Community AOK Network launched a campaign to engage Swedish Covenant Hospital, Early Start Home Visiting Programs, public and private schools, and local businesses such as Lee Nails and Carolot Preschool to coordinate a shared message about available services to pregnant and parenting people who may be experiencing depression. Our collaboration established a parent subcommittee to support planning and engagement using their lived experiences with the early childhood and medical system on the northwest side of the city. Our strategy is named We Help, Women and Men of Edgebrook, helping everyone leverage partnerships. And it is threefold. One, we convene organizations who are seeing the same populations to share information about services. Two, we implemented a shared software to make referrals between these organizations quick and easy. And three, we co-created an information campaign that is distributed by all partners to reduce stigma about pregnancy, childbirth, and depression. So you'll notice I'm doing a little bit of name dropping. So I've included partner names where appropriate: Lee Nails, Carolot, Swedish Covenant, Early Start. If I wanted to, I could include the names of the schools. We want to be mindful not to crowd out anybody or leave out important partners. In this section, we talk about how our collaboration, we name a collaboration. We talk about a parent subcommittee and how we're using this subcommittee to help with supporting and planning to get voices and lived experiences. We also highlight that we have a campaign, an approach that we're using, a strategy. And then points 1, 2, and 3, if you'll notice, 1 is our network capacity efforts. 2 is the information and referral, or IRIS, software system. And 3 is our work around the child and family outcome. Here we have a few more images to help illustrate our campaign. So image 1 is a descriptor of postpartum depression, or postpartum depression. Then we have another image for that. So these are examples of vibrant photographs that were used as part of our We Help campaign. We want to use vibrant photographs, not stock photography. If you happen to have any images of people from the community, or if you have a photographer or an amateur photographer, see if you can enlist them to help capture beautiful, stunning images of what's happening with your campaign. All right, our next section is to highlight how our response as an AOK has certain advantages over the current system, or the status quo. So our approach through community systems development and community systems building is an improvement over doing nothing. We have sort of a before and then we have an after. So here's ways and examples of specific success that we're measuring. And I set this out into 2 different tables so that you can compare and contrast. So we have the Before We Help campaign and the 3 years later. So before, pregnant and parenting people felt isolated. Doctors did not know how to refer to home visiting programs. Home visitors struggled to fill their slots. Home visitors did not know where to refer parents for mental health supports. And mental health providers were in a reaction mode. They were responding to ad hoc referrals without strategy. If you'll note, what I would like us to do is to stick to our root cause analyses from the beginning of our 5-year plan, because that can help showcase where we were at the beginning. So it's data driven, it's data informed. We're using information that the community told us or that data points told us. So this would be data from the beginning of the 5-year cycle to help capture those before efforts. Now, 3 years later, what we want to show, and this is again through data collection that we as AOKs have been doing over the last 3 or 4 years, we can say that more parents report feeling part of the community. 69% of pregnant and parenting people have accepted referrals for mental health counseling. So this data point could be grabbed from your IRIS data points, for example. 3 play and learn groups have been launched, and our community came together to apply for new preschool funding. Now looking forward, so it's one thing to look backwards, but now we're looking forward. So this section is going to showcase how we are looking forward to move these milestones over the next year. As a collaboration, we are working to increase the number of spots that are available for home visiting and preschool. As more families are supported by a home visit, which supports parents in play, bonding, and skill building for connection and language development, these same families have become ready to bring their child to in-person preschool. The community is underfunded, and we will continue to advocate and apply to increase the number of children served in our community. In the meantime, we will continue to engage our library to host play and learn dates for new families, along with hosting learning sessions about parenting and depression. Our partner physicians are eager to serve as keynote speakers and resources to our families. And in this last section, we really kind of want to wrap it up and say, hey, look, we've told you this great story, and now you, the reader, your investment in the AOK networks is a really great opportunity to improve outcomes for children and families. And that investment could be investment of time as a volunteer, investment in talent, photographer, for example, a speaker, a spokesperson, and resources. If anybody has donations to give or can verbally help to promote the work of the AOK networks, that's great. So here we use a testimonial. Dr. Jenny Hassler, a Swedish hospital pediatrician, says, the Edgebrook Community AOK Network knows that for children to get the best start in life, families need strong communities where everyone is working together toward common goals for young children. By working together with diverse partners to connect and coordinate services across service sectors, we are better prepared to improve systems and outcomes for children and families. So in sum, this is a sample of a template that can be used to build your communications portfolio, and it can be used as a template or an outline for your web page content. So remember, your web pages are due by the end of the Q1 for fiscal 23, and we're here to support you in getting that work done. And please use the tools and resources that are available to you. We really want to make it easy, don't want it to be a burden, but the main point is to really showcase, highlight, celebrate, and elevate the work that you've been doing to public audiences inside your community and also outside of your community. If you have any questions, please reach out to Anna Maria or reach out to myself, Leah Powell. We're here to help you and to make this work a success. Thank you very much.